I promised an explanation of the situation. So basically, what happened is there's this age old debate. It's not a new debate at all. It's been happening since been happening. The debate on whether gear matters. Now you can actually apply that to anything creative, and just the meaning of gear slightly changes depending on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's a forever argument that will never be settled because, ironically enough, because people lack nuance and context. But anyway,
and also people have a hard time accepting the fact that two things can be true.
Yes,
people
absolutely.
Have very myopic view of certain situations. It's like you said, this can literally apply to any form of content you create. I've heard it all in doing music.
Bro, I was just about to say.
It ain't the software, it's the man behind the software. Right, for some things.
Right.
But for some other things, it is absolutely the software. You have limitations on what you can do with that.
Absolutely. So they put up now again, this is a YouTuber that I've been following for years. Mango Street is the name of their channel, and they're sitting at a cool million plus.
Cool
million plus.
Now, in contrast, just to contrast this out, where are you sitting at on your channel currently?
Probably like 102.
All right, so I mentioned that for two purposes. One, to show the contrast between the size of their channel and their obvious level of success on this platform, and two, to make people aware that he only has 102 subscribers. So in accordance to the campaign to make James famous, I suggest that all of you, if you haven't yet, go and subscribe to the Everything SPJ channel on YouTube. It is a must in 2021 that we make James famous. Thank
you. I'm tired of fighting it. So like I said, I found him for a while. A lot of good videos. There are some things, just like with any channel, that I don't necessarily agree with that they do and stuff like that. Again, that's everything.
The fact that they are, you don't
right.
agree with. So yeah.
Right. So they did a video that apparently this conversation about whether gear matters is trending right now. So they jumped into the conversation with a video titled "Why Your Gear Does Not Matter." And I've heard all sides of this debate, so I am subscribed to them. So it popped up in my subscription box. So I was perusing YouTube, and I'm like, all right, cool. What y'all got to say about this? Because I'm used to your channel. I'm used to a lot of your stances. I found it a little interesting that you would give the hard answer. The name of the channel is Mango Street.
No. He's talking about your channel. It's Everything SPJ.
No, it's not. That is not the name of my channel.
That is the name of the channel.
The name of the channel is Everything by SPJ.
Oh, my bad. Everything by SPJ. Yeah, that is the name of the channel. Matter of fact, hold up.
Oh, God.
No, keep going. I got
all right. So anyway, so they made the video called "Why Your Gear Doesn't Matter." And again, that's disingenuous at best. But again, they've built up clout. Like with me, they built up a good amount. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to write them off. I'm going to watch the video.
Right.
Let me check this video out. So they they're doing the video, and they start off by explaining that it's basically two camps. Again, all this is particular to photography because that's what they are. They're photographers, videographers. So this is particular to photography. So they talk about the two camps, the side that is on the creative side and the side that is on the technical side, basically.
Right.
And the creative side is saying that gear doesn't matter, largely, not everybody, of course. Right. And the technical side is saying gear is all that matters. Again, not everybody, but A bunch. There have been a bunch of. Wait, hold on. Let me put this up here. Keep this comment in mind. The initiative. Now, I haven't even gotten into. I haven't even gotten into
the awareness.
Anything.
Like, Ogma has the awareness.
Details. And Ogma says they suck you in with the clickbait title.
Thank you, Devin, for subscribing to SPJ's channel. We
absolutely
really
appreciate you. Ogma says they suck you in with the clickbait title. LOL. It's happened to me, damn it. LOL. I'm gonna keep this comment up here. So anyway, I'm watching the video and they're explaining the two different sides. And then there's a hard break in the video. Not break, but it's like a distinct. I can't think of the technical term for it, but it's a distinct shift in the conversation.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so I know you guys might look at us and say, oh, well, you're not recording this on an entry-level DSLR. And yeah, we do have, we're recording this on a Canon C200, which is the newest cinema camera from Canon.
Big boy shit. That's big
boy shit. And we're doing this and we do that. And when we do photo shoots, we get people that actually model and we have the best lighting and we go to the best locations.
It's a distinction without a difference.
These are the reasons. And then they spend like 2-3 minutes of the 8-minute video explaining all the reasons why gear matters. We do this. You might think that we're hypocrites, but if you do, you're missing the point. We do this because we do this for a living, blah, 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 blah. So again, all the reasons why gear matters, gear matters, gear matters. We use this gear because of this, blah, blah, blah. Then, yeah, gear doesn't matter. That is their conclusion. That's the conclusion in the video. So you have no value, my good man. You've muted yourself.
I typically mute myself from saying things that I probably shouldn't say.
So I'm like, all right. After I watched this video, I don't think I've ever commented on one of their videos. Mainly,
it's funny how stuff works now because most of the channels that I frequent, I don't be commenting.
Yo, here's the thing. It's a part of the phenomenon that I've experienced, so I understand it. Generally, when people agree with you, there's no reason for them to say anything.
Yeah, every so often, I might say, I am more likely to comment on a small channel.
Sure.
Than on a massive channel.
Absolutely. But generally, that's just how people are wired. If they agree with it, they might give you a like, that whole thing. But as far as commenting, there's really no reason for me to comment. And me, particularly, I don't like the whole echo chamber thing. So if your video is saying exactly my stance on something, I have no reason to pump you up. I had the stance already. You agree with me. Cool. That makes me kind of feel like I might be a little closer to being accurate. But
yeah, that's if the person has credibility.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. So but anyway, so I commented. What did I say? Let me just get you just screenshots. Just screenshots. I say, this is clickbaitish. Your points are valid, but your claim is misleading at best. Let me go over the facts again.
Uh-oh.
The question is, does gear matter? Yes or no? They titled the video, Why Your Gear Does Not Matter. They spent 2 minutes out of this 8-minute video explaining all the reasons why gear does matter, but ultimately wrap the video up by saying gear does not matter. So again, and again, let me say, every point that they made in the video is valid, factual even. But again, if you add the points together that they made in the real world, it does not equal gear does not matter. So the immediate response again, as Tim pointed out, this is a 1 million sub channel. I have significantly less than 500 subscribers. They replied, "Not everything is clickbait, you absolute goofs." So I replied, "Name calling? Really? Grow up. My point is your points in the video are valid, but they don't equal the claim you're making. You aren't hypocrites. You just manipulated the claim for the algorithm. For anyone trying to make money, gear absolutely matters for the reasons you stated in the video. Time and ability to focus on the aspects that you can't pay for absolutely matter when trying to make a living doing these things." So they reply, "Goose is an absolutely cruel thing to call someone. I was wrong for that. This video is about the conversation that is trending right now. Gear does matter versus gear doesn't matter. It's not clickbait." My response: I'm fully aware of the conversation, though it may be trending currently, again, proving that this video was for algorithm manipulation. It's not a new conversation. I've been following your channel for a while. You're one of the few photography channels I still follow because I felt a certain amount of integrity, and that means a lot to me. That same integrity, if it wasn't manufactured for the camera, should allow you to understand what I'm saying. In one of your longer videos that you do, it's 8 minutes because they usually do shorter videos. In one of the longer videos that you do, you had the perfect opportunity to introduce some nuance into the conversation instead of picking a side because it's good for views. They say this video wasn't meant for algorithm manipulation. We have 2 ads we have to put out this month, but didn't put them in this video or promote our new channels like we normally do. This is a topic we get fired up about that we feel deserves a full conversation like this. It's our hope, as we said, that people will feel inspired to create instead of feeling bad for not having whatever piece of gear is trending this month. And it worked. Read the comments. A lot of people do feel overwhelmed and inadequate because of YouTubers who want to sell them new gear. They do need to hear the things we said in this video. You seem to be looking for some ulterior motive. There simply wasn't one. None of their points contradict anything that I said.
That is actually something that frequently happens, though. No, seriously, like you'll be in a conversation with somebody and y'all having a back and forth. Now, a lot of times I do that shit purposely.
Well, sure,
because I'm trolling. But I've seen people like literally, this is their response, but it doesn't change anything.
Changes nothing.
I just said.
Here are their points in that response. We have 2 ads we have to put out this month, but didn't put them in this video or promote our new channels like I normally do. The point, now that point does respond to something I said. Mm-hmm. They are assuming that when I say clickbait, that they're doing this video strictly for money.
And actually,
that is not what I'm saying.
That's not what you're talking about, but it's understandable that they think that because YouTube has become, especially the big channels, become such a money grab at this point. So the assumption, it's not unfounded, but in this case, it's just an error. That's not what you were talking about.
This is a topic we get fired up about that we feel deserves a full conversation. If you felt like it deserved a full conversation, then why would you pick one of the sides?
Right.
Instead of giving it the nuanced answer that it deserves.
But it's funny though, because clearly, like, and we talked about this before the show a couple days ago when this actually happened. And like I said at the time, why is she giving you this much time?
You have a million views.
You have a million subscribers.
I have less than 200.
And you got thousands upon thousands of comments that
are
positive.
Agreeing
Why
with you.
You focused on that one.
My cynical answer to those comments that I agree with them is because a lot of people are just sheep. But on a more serious note, a lot of those responses are people who took the points and I don't know, it made them feel better to hear that gear doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it also could be the fact that you, sir, unlike many other people, are just more in tune to have a disdain for clickbait. That is like literally a
Mhm.
thing that we have talked about on numerous occasions and all of that. So as soon as you see it, it's
Oh,
like, come on, dog.
that was
Especially
like
a
a shot to
channel
the
that
heart.
you, yeah, that you
And they're to blame. Okay, never mind.
they made YouTube in a bad name, really?
Okay, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So my response was, yo, I'm not looking for an ulterior motive. You seem to be ignoring the good things I'm saying. Again, for the third time, your points are valid in the video. Absolutely, people in the comments are happy that you freed them from some psychological prison that the more toxic parts of photography and videography YouTube create. It's great, I guess, because I don't see YouTube ads anyway, that you didn't load this video with ads. Ignoring the fact that algorithm manipulation has on its own is not a bad thing.
Nope.
Nor is it all about ad revenue.
Nope. You gotta play the game that's there.
Absolutely.
The game that's there.
None of that negates my point. You used amazing points, some of which support gear mattering and some which oppose gear mattering.
All gear matters.
Okay. then you threw away all of the former and just added to this us versus them mentality instead of taking this perfect opportunity to add some nuance to this conversation.
Right.
That's my only contention. Right. Then when someone dares question your conclusion, you start hurling insults.
Yeah. What they call you, a goof, right? Or something
yeah.
Like that.
I'm a goof. Her response. At no point did I hurl insults. It is, however, entirely insulting that you seem to be looking for some ulterior motive in the way we choose to title this video. No, it's not just the title. It's the title and the conclusion that you claim to draw.
Yeah.
Because that's not what those points equal. But anyway, right. People want their videos to do well. Oh, interesting. People want their videos to do well because they work hard on them. And people want their videos to do well because they want to be compensated for them. So what you're saying is that you were manipulating the algorithm. And because what is the other reason of bringing?
Can we also disabuse people of the notion that just because you didn't put ads on this video doesn't mean that it wasn't monetized, right? Because that is not the only way to monetize videos through AdSense. You can also monetize it through sponsors.
Hold on. Wait. I gotta look now.
But there's another way to monetize it in the indirect way, because I've done it for years on my Tombstone the Dead Man channel, especially back when it was the Rational Warrior channel, right? So none of those videos at a certain point were monetized for years. They were not monetized, right? And what wound up happening, because I had a product to sell, I had music and merchandise that I was selling and using the channel to get that. You could also argue that any amount of attention that keeps people engaged and gives them the opportunity to think about, oh yeah, he does have this, he does have that, be it monetized by YouTube or not, it still adds to your profit margin. Because I remember distinctly that the amount of money I would make a month in music was directly connected to how active I was on YouTube. Because it gave people more chances to see me, more chances to engage with me, and more chances to be reminded, that's right, that man got a discography. Let me go and buy some of his music.
But wait, that entire explanation that you just gave, while true, doesn't matter, because I just looked at the
they have a sponsorship on that
video. No, the description of this video. Have you checked out our new YouTube links channels? She just said we didn't even plug our other YouTube channels.
Right.
Have you checked out our new YouTube channels and the links to each of their YouTube channels?
They just plugged this right in the.
Also, listen to Daniel's music on Spotify.
Yeah, come on, dude. This is the exact shit I was doing.
Also, our latest Lightroom presets,
which they sell. Come on,
hold
dog.
Hold up. Our new LUTs, our classic collection presets
that they selling.
The gear we use, Amazon.com/shop/ Mango Street. So it's an affiliate link.
It is.
Hold on. Follow us on Twitter. Get yourself some Mango merch.
Why not? It's there.
Our kit. Our gear. So again,
that video is monetized. It's just not monetized through Google AdSense.
I mean, so
Look, you don't make it rain.
I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think about this before. I'm so glad. So, like,
you're not making it rain. You're just reporting the weather. That's all.
Right. Let's cut the bullshit. Like,
yeah,
I'm not new. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Here's what makes them look so bad. Right. They assumed, for whatever reason, whether it's the small amount of followers that I have on YouTube, they assumed that they were dealing with someone that doesn't know how YouTube works.
And that you were just a peon consumer.
Right.
Going off of what she said, if you put in the work.
Yo, I rarely ever look at anything through a consumer lens.
And with me on the opposite side, I kind of do both. And that's why
you're better than me in that way.
Yeah, because I feel like you are a much better informed consumer when you understand that things are being marketed to you.
That's a fact.
You are a better consumer. The consumers that blindly don't realize that they're being marketed to and don't realize the tricks that are being used, they tend to get got on shit that they ordinarily wouldn't have got on if they recognize the fact this is being marketed to my type of person.
All right, so continuing. If you follow Daniel's new channel, that's another plug.
It's a plug.
That's another plug.
Did you go and follow his channel?
No.
Oh, damn.
No. Not for that reason, but I don't know what those channels are about, and I'm not. How can I put this? I don't follow them for either of their personalities.
No, you follow for the info.
I follow them for their info. They are very knowledgeable about this. Their personalities aren't annoying to the point that makes me not watch them.
Yeah, because FYI, if your personality comes off annoying on your video, I'm probably not going to subscribe.
Right.
Like I've literally watched tutorials that had the exact information I wanted, and didn't even finish them because the delivery and the way they were going about it, I didn't like it. So fuck.
Absolutely. Let me see. If you follow
Devin says he has some deodorant that's lavender scented. It says manly lavender smells.
I mean,
it's marketing it, right? It's marketing.
Because if you where we go? If you follow Dan's new channel, you'll know that we don't make very much AdSense revenue on this channel at all.
Again, this is subterfuge. This is subterfuge.
To be completely transparent, in the last 28 days, we made over $23,000 in AdSense revenue on our new channels compared to about $900 on this channel.
Oh, stop for a second. Stop. As someone that has multiple channels, and most of which make none of that amount, give me $900 in AdSense a month. That supplements some cool shit for me. Lenses, more software, stack it up by another computer or by computer parts. Like, stop it. Again, the privilege right here is
and that's the point that I never addressed in the comments, but because I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Because that's not something I can prove. So
facts.
I stuck to the things that I could prove. Right. So what else? We didn't have to make a video on this channel, especially one that we're not contractually obligated to make, meaning the videos with ads we have to put out this month. We almost didn't make a video, but we've seen this conversation playing out here on YouTube and then saw it playing out on Twitter and said, let's skip having a good weekend this week and put out this mango video instead. All right, hold on. You're not employing any sympathy from me. Now, from some people, I'm fairly certain there are quite a few people who read our exchange who follow Mango Street, like, yeah, get them.
That's part of that's part of the popularity shit.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me. She really said, let's skip having a weekend this week and put out this mango video instead. Now,
This is
I
part
don't
of the
know.
assumption that you don't work to make content, or that's part of that assumption. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
we bust our ass as if you, because of your little measly 112 subscribers, you couldn't understand the amount of work that it takes to do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna get to that. We get really fired up about this topic, so we made a video with no ulterior motive. We think it's necessary to use our voice in this niche in this way. So the only thing that feels insulting is when someone inevitably gets in the comment section and whines about clickbait. Our videos rarely get shown to people who subscribe and have our notification bell turned on because we don't clickbait. So I said, so now you aren't only intentionally missing the point, but outright lying. This is crazy. You insulted me in your first response and apologized for it. In your second, you are comparing your direct insult to me, which apparently magically didn't happen now, to your perception of my criticism of your conclusion being insulting. I know you don't normally clickbait on this channel. That's a part of the integrity that I was talking about earlier. I'm not making any negative judgment on your intentions. I'm critiquing your action/conclusion. Is gear the end all be all? No. Do you need the best gear to do good, compelling work? No. Right. Should a lack of gear deter you from putting your all into your work and producing amazing things? No.
No.
Does gear allow you to have fewer procedural things to worry about when creating? Yes.
Yes.
Does gear save you time from conception to execution, thus allowing you to be more productive? Yes.
Yes.
Does gear make pretty much every aspect of creating easier? Yes. So does gear matter? Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
But better gear doesn't equal better product.
And that is the conclusion that they could have come with.
Mind you, she never responded to anything that I said that was 100%
No. Why would she do that? See, this is the part about the clout and the credibility matrix that comes from the whole social media content creator influencer. Remember that aspect. The fact is, a person that has a bunch of engagement, a bunch of subs or followers, is automatically assumed to have more credibility than someone that doesn't. And a lot of times people turn their brains off and strictly go by that. The only time I go by that is when it comes to what works and what doesn't work. Clearly what you're doing works for you. That is not a judgment on whether or not that's something I would want to do for me.
Right.
But I can't argue that with your 1 million subs and all of these different things you got going on, you're clearly making a living off of this, something that I am not currently doing. So it's not that you don't have best practices that work for you, but that does not mean that in between all of that shit, you could not have done something that made little sense.
Yo.
And like that doesn't, both of those things can also be true. Like, yes, for the most part, you're on point. Yes, your marketing and your consistency of uploads is on point. But in this video here, this specific video here, your swag's off.
That's it. Just a little bit. That's it. Just a little bit. That's a great point.
Devin made a great
There's a mindset that reduces everything someone says to they like me or they don't like me. Not sure they even heard what you wrote.
Exactly.
Well, I'm fairly certain they didn't pay attention to most of what I wrote.
They just saw the critical part. But in their defense, though, I don't need to respond to the good shit you said. I need to respond to the bad shit.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. I just have this desire. It's not an expectation because I know what I'm dealing with. I have this desire that people argue in good faith and acknowledge all points.
They don't.
They won't. It's just not. It's not a real thing. It's a fugazi.
That's not a real thing.
I said, I'm sorry. She said, I'm sorry if you didn't read the facetiousness in my calling someone a goof is absolutely cruel. I was wrong for that comment. But
so admittingly, She just admitted she was wrong. That so that in other words, it was an insult.
It was an insult. Yeah.
Right.
But just so we're on the same page, it absolutely was facetious because calling someone a goof isn't cruel. I thought that was clear. I said the same way that you're taking my legit criticism to mean you're the worst people on the planet, because communication between strangers strictly through text lacks context.
Right.
You don't know me at all, so you assume I'm team Gear Rules in my SpongeBob voice.
Ass.
I only know what you guys put through your videos, so I assumed something as important as introducing nuance into a polarizing argument mattered to you. My apologies. And no, that was not facetious. She says, I didn't think you were Team Gear or saying we were the worst people. I think, as I said, it's insulting that you accused us of clickbait on a video we didn't have to make money. Again, there are, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 links in this description that directly lead to them making money. 16.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know what it is about social media that makes some people search for the worst, negative in everyone, but I don't want it on my timeline, in my comment section, or in my life. It is, as I put it lightly, absolutely goofy. And my response, you're just incapable of handling criticism. A lot of people are. I get it. Not only did you give this conversation the most energy, you literally ignored all the facts and I stated and the good things I said about the channel. I hope this was but a small blip, and the integrity I've learned to expect from you guys continues past this point. Good day.
I said good day.
She says, if you ever have a valid critique, put in the work to make a video about it.
See, again, that comment right there, there is an assumption being made with that comment. Because I've made this assumption. Some puny, especially when my channel got past 10,000 subscribers, right? Some puny little 2-subscriber person, how dare you seek to critique something I said or did in this video, and then try to take my attention away from all of the people that are actually enjoying what I'm talking about. You are using my platform to have a sounding board. Why don't you put in the work to build your platform to say something over there? I have used this, and listen, a lot of other people have too, right? It's the assumption. But what happens with me is, because I'm such an asshole, I go and look at your channel first. And if you have no videos, and if you're being particularly testy in my comment section, that's when I used to throw that. Like, yo, so basically we're 5 comments in on this interaction. There's literally nothing happening over there in that ghost town of a channel of yours. So you're over here trying to get your interaction game off. I get that. I understand it's lonely over there where you are. It must have been lonely in my shadow. I get it. I've used that. That's why I recognize what she did there. But she did that without looking at your channel and see that you have content all up and down the channel.
I got videos on top of videos on top of videos. My
God.
I have. I have 112 subscribers now. That's a fairly new. I just hit 100 subscribers like last month.
I know.
Some shit like that. So for the longest time, I was riding around at like 50 subscribers. I had videos that had thousands of views.
You was running around, running your mouth with 50 subscribers.
I got videos with
rock impersonation and shit.
Right.
On your eyebrow, look at people.
I got videos with thousands of views. That's not.
Well, that's also a thing on YouTube now too, where you will find these small channels as far as subscription people, but they get a lot of. And to be honest with you, once you get past 1,000 subscribers, that's what matters. It's about the views.
Yeah.
It's about the views. 1,000 just gets you in the door to be able to monetize Google AdSense. But after that, it's about the views. And if people come there, they see they watch your shit or whatever, but they don't subscribe, as long as you got the view, you're still doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why there are smaller channels that make more money than some of these bigger channels.